Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. A Sister Wives Season 20 cast shakeup could downgrade Kody and Robyn and feature Janelle. Sister Wives Season 20 hasn't gotten an official green light yet, but it's likely to be confirmed soon, and if it is, I think producers might benefit from giving Janelle Brown more screen time and scaling back their coverage of the notorious villains, Kody and Robyn Brown. While I've often been energized by the drama that Kody and Robyn inevitably bring, so much has happened in the family, and maybe it's time to shift the focus to a brave woman who's been amazingly graceful, strong and honest since she lost her beloved son, Garrison Brown. Kody's also grieving. Both are dealing with a loss so great that it's hard to put it into words. Throughout this ordeal, Janelle's really opened up, honoring her child while trying to move on. I am moved to tears by her capacity to endure something so difficult without becoming bitter. Kody often seems angry, but Janelle picks her battles. She knows that healing requires a lot of energy. The patriarch, who once displayed a David Yurman signet ring that matches Robyn's, is all about his great love for his fourth wife, who is now his one and only. Janelle must recover on her own because she does not have a partner to assist her. Kody is far too in love with Robyn to multiply his love with other women, as I predicted years ago. Yes, I don't doubt that he cares about his now exes in his own way, but it's just not the same. Now that he has it, he still doesn't seem happy, but maybe he's getting closer to real happiness. However, he hasn't learned to separate himself from the emotional baggage he carries around. Kody is dealing with the effects of 3 failed spiritual unions, which is the issue. Failed is a strong word because it's possible that no one will ever be able to undo what happened. If they wouldn't change it, is it failure? No, not really. It's life, with its twists and turns. It's experience. Kody and Robyn frequently contribute to the series' unpleasant tension, perhaps not fully appreciative of everything they have. There's the fancy home, the bling, the nice car, they have the trappings of success, but something seems to be missing, as Kody often plays the victim. He's looking for people to blame, exes, even some of his older kids. He thinks they persecute him, but many of them felt sad when he lavished love on Robyn. They felt left out. When I hear that Robyn supposedly spent $70,000 on dolls, I feel like maybe something could be missing in her life. That's a lot of consumerism. We all have our passions, but most people don't go that far. Robyn might find that going shopping helps her fill in some holes in her soul. Janelle, who doesn't have much and is open about it, is the complete opposite of Kody and Robyn's extravagant lifestyle. She has criticized Kody for her current financial issues, but it's possible that she has her own reasons. Overall, she's extremely sensible, a down-to-earth person who seems totally truthful. She is, in my opinion, the show's most forthright character. With Janelle, what a person sees is what they get. Now that Janelle has a business, Tata Farms, maybe she'll make enough money to feel safe. I would be so happy about that. Some people respond to authenticity, I definitely do, and others don't, but I think there's enough Sister Wives viewers like me to make a shift to featuring Janelle successful. Some of us want scenes with the ring of truth. We want to believe what we hear, and believe in the stars we watch. We want to root for them. We don't want trumped-up emotions, or drama for the sake of theater. We want to see real facets of human beings, their essence. With Kody and Robyn, it's sometimes hard to find that kind of core, simply because they don't appear to really treasure all the blessings life has given them: a marriage they want to last forever, a pretty house, lots of children to love. These things aren't minor. However, most of Kody and Robyn's screen time seems to be about dredging up or sustaining turmoil. That can get a bit grating. Although their experience has undoubtedly taught them a lot, it does not always show. Setting the stage, the complex world of Sister Wives. Sister Wives has, for nearly 2 decades, provided an unfiltered look into the inner workings of the Brown family, a household where personal lives, financial decisions, and intimate relationships are continuously exposed to the public eye. In this high-pressure environment, every action, comment, or private moment is scrutinized, often leading to amplified reactions and layered interpretations. Recently, attention has turned to a controversy involving Kody Brown's bedroom performance, a subject that critics and fans alike have labeled taboo. Reports and edited footage suggest that a particular performance in his private life has become a lightning rod for criticism, with his exes reportedly seizing the opportunity to swipe at his pride. For many viewers, Kody has long been seen as the central, often polarizing, figure whose decisions and actions drive the family's narrative. His role as the patriarch is complicated by his public persona, one that is both commanding and, at times, self-assured to a fault. However, the recent revelations regarding his bedroom performance have added another layer of complexity to his image. The incident in question has been framed by some as a moment that exposes not only his vulnerabilities but also his reliance on a facade of perfection in private life. As exes of the family, some former wives have used this episode to question Kody's authenticity, suggesting that his behavior is symptomatic of deeper issues within his personal character and leadership style. The incident, what's being said? Although specific details of the incident remain closely guarded, typical of reality TV's tendency to blur fact and sensationalism, the narrative emerging from various fan discussions is that Kody's private performance did not meet the expectations that his public image had built over the years. Some reports suggest that the performance, rather than being an intimate and passionate moment, was perceived as contrived or overemphasized, leading critics to describe it as taboo in the sense that it fell short of authenticity. The language used by some commentators implies that what was once a private, perhaps vulnerable moment has been exploited as a means for others to attack Kody's pride and question his leadership within the family. For his exes, particularly those who have publicly clashed with him in previous seasons, this incident has become ammunition. They argue that Kody's attempt at maintaining an immaculate image in his private life is a form of performance art designed to mask underlying issues, such as a lack of genuine emotional connection or an inability to accept criticism. In many online discussions, phrases like "swipe at his pride" have been used to encapsulate the sentiment that this incident is not isolated but rather part of a recurring pattern of behavior that many view as self-serving and overly curated. Fans contend that if Kody is willing to stage such performances in his bedroom, it may be indicative of a broader strategy to present an image that is more about personal vanity than about authentic intimacy. Interpersonal dynamics and the role of vulnerability. The controversy extends beyond the performance itself to highlight broader issues within the family's dynamics. Kody's public persona has often been characterized by a need to assert control and to project an image of unassailable confidence. However, moments of genuine vulnerability, especially in intimate settings, are rare, and when they do occur, they are quickly absorbed into the show's narrative of drama. Critics argue that Kody's attempt at orchestrating a perfect performance is less about celebrating intimacy and more about reinforcing his own pride. The fact that his exes have seized upon this moment to criticize him suggests that there is a long-standing tension regarding his willingness to confront his own vulnerabilities. In relationships as complex as those depicted on Sister Wives, authentic displays of vulnerability can serve as a bridge to deeper connection. Instead, what many see here is a deliberate performance that ultimately undermines the possibility for genuine intimacy. For fans who have followed the show's evolution, this incident is emblematic of a larger trend, the reliance on highly produced, almost theatrical displays of emotion rather than on the messy, unpredictable reality of personal relationships. The criticism that Kody outsourced his vulnerability to a scripted performance, and that his exes are now using it to tear down his carefully crafted image, underscores a broader cultural debate about authenticity in the age of reality television. The influence of production and editing. It is important to consider the role that production and editing play in shaping these narratives. Reality TV is notorious for its selective editing, which can amplify certain moments while muting others. In Kody's case, the incident in his bedroom may have been edited in a way that exaggerates its dramatic potential, turning a private moment into a public spectacle. Critics argue that the resulting narrative is not purely a reflection of reality but is heavily mediated by production choices designed to generate controversy and boost ratings. When ex-wives and other family members comment on the incident, using it as a springboard to attack Kody's pride, the narrative becomes further entangled in a cycle of blame and deflection. The reality TV framework means that even if Kody's performance was sincere in some respects, the way it is presented can distort public perception, making it appear more contrived and less genuine. This editing influence is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can expose underlying tensions that might otherwise remain hidden. On the other, it can create an exaggerated sense of conflict that reinforces pre-existing biases. For fans already predisposed to view Kody's behavior critically, the edited version of events serves to confirm their suspicions, fueling the narrative that his actions are more about safeguarding his ego than about fostering authentic connection. Cultural reflections, the price of perfection. At a broader level, the controversy surrounding Kody's bedroom performance taps into cultural discussions about the nature of public persona versus private reality. In today's media landscape, there is a growing expectation for public figures to be authentic and transparent. When a figure as prominent as Kody Brown appears to stage even his most intimate moments, it raises questions about the extent to which his public image is a performance. For many viewers, this gap between appearance and authenticity is deeply troubling. It suggests that the ideal of perfection promoted on television is, in fact, a carefully constructed illusion. The ex-wife's critiques, which focus on his apparent inability to present genuine vulnerability, reflect a broader societal frustration with the commercialization of personal lives. Moreover, the idea that Kody's performance was designed to protect his pride speaks to larger issues of masculinity and power. In many traditional narratives, vulnerability is seen as a weakness, and public figures, particularly men, are expected to maintain a stoic facade. Kody's attempt to balance these conflicting expectations, projecting strength while hinting at vulnerability, appears to have backfired, leading to accusations that his behavior is less about genuine connection and more about reinforcing an image of superiority. This tension is at the heart of many contemporary debates about modern masculinity, where the pressure to be both invincible and emotionally open creates a paradox that is difficult to navigate. Fan reactions and the social media landscape. Social media has been a crucible for these debates, with fans and critics alike dissecting every moment of Kody's performance. Hashtags like #KodyPerformance and #RealityCheck have trended, as viewers share clips, memes, and passionate commentary on what they perceive as a clear case of vanity over authenticity. Many longtime followers of Sister Wives express disappointment that a man who once appeared capable of genuine empathy now seems to be more interested in crafting a carefully controlled image. Meanwhile, ex-wives and fans who have publicly criticized Kody see the incident as evidence of a larger pattern, a repeated failure to live up to the ideals of transparency and accountability that modern audiences demand. This public discourse is not merely a reflection of personal opinions. It is part of a larger cultural movement that questions the very foundations of celebrity and public image. In a world where every private moment is subject to intense scrutiny, the cost of maintaining an image of perfection can be immense. Kody's situation, as reflected in his bedroom performance controversy, is a stark reminder that behind every carefully constructed public persona lies a human being struggling with the same challenges as anyone else. The fact that his exes are now using this moment to critique him only underscores the depth of the conflict, both internal and external, that continues to shape the narrative of Sister Wives. Potential implications for the future. As the new season of Sister Wives unfolds, the fallout from Kody's controversial performance is likely to have significant implications for the Brown family's internal dynamics. If Kody is perceived as prioritizing his own image over genuine relationships, it could exacerbate existing tensions among the wives and lead to further divisions. On the other hand, if this controversy prompts a more honest discussion about the nature of authenticity and vulnerability, there may be an opportunity for real change. Some observers hope that Kody will eventually confront the underlying issues that have driven his need to stage performances, embracing a more collaborative and empathetic approach to leadership. Such a shift could pave the way for a more united, resilient family dynamic, one that moves beyond the superficial drama to address the deeper, more human aspects of their relationships. However, the path forward is fraught with challenges. The deeply entrenched nature of these conflicts, combined with the relentless pressure of the reality TV spotlight, means that even genuine attempts at reconciliation are likely to be met with skepticism. For now, the narrative remains dominated by the tension between public performance and private reality, a tension that continues to fuel passionate debates among fans and shape the legacy of the Brown family saga.